Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Corey Pollard, and I am a personal injury lawyer in Virginia. Today's video answers one of the most common questions that I get. What is the difference between a plaintiff and a defendant? You see, the law uses many terms you don't come across in everyday conversation. And these words, plaintiff and defendant, are two of them, especially plaintiff. Now, I am a plaintiff's trial lawyer, and the plaintiff is the person that files the lawsuit seeking damages against someone else. That someone else can be a person, it can be a business, or it can even be a government entity. Now, you may also hear the word claimant. Claimant is used interchangeably with plaintiff. But typically, a person is called a claimant when negotiating a claim, like an insurance claim, before filing the lawsuit. After filing the lawsuit, that person becomes the plaintiff. Now, any person or business can be a plaintiff, but the ones that I represent are car crash victims and injured workers seeking compensation from someone else. For example, if you get hurt in a car crash, you may file a lawsuit against the negligent driver who hit you. Or if you are an injured worker who gets hurt because of a defective machine, you may file a lawsuit against that machine's manufacturer. In both these situations, you become the plaintiff. Now let's turn to the next word, defendant. A defendant is the person being sued by the plaintiff. And like plaintiffs, any person, business, or government entity can be a defendant. Whether you are the plaintiff or the defendant determines two key issues at trial. First, whether you have the burden of proof in the case. Generally, the plaintiff must produce and present evidence to meet their burden of proof. In most civil litigation, the plaintiff must prove their claim by a preponderance of evidence. Now, that means you must show that more likely than not, the defendant is liable for the damages you seek. If you file a lawsuit because you were hurt in an auto accident, or if you file a lawsuit against the owner of a building for unsafe premises, like a slip and fall accident, then you are involved in civil litigation, and that will be your burden of proof, preponderance of the evidence. Now, second, whether you are the plaintiff or the defendant determines where you file the civil action. And civil action is the official name for a lawsuit. The plaintiff chooses where to file, subject to jurisdiction and venue rules. And smart plaintiffs and their attorneys will file the case in whichever court gives them the greatest chance of success. That's all for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. Check out my channel here on YouTube or my website, cpollardlaw.com, for more information on the legal system.